How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Televised Magazine. My name is Tristan Heideman, and I am the lead interviewer at Televised. What a start to 2026 it's been. This is our first interview of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. Dreampop Darlings, Look at Fiona, are joining us today here at Televised. They blend tender lyricism and hypnotic melodies. This four-piece has exploded from basement shows to sold-out theaters. Their new tongue-in-cheek single, Foreplay, looks to ride that momentum. With a new EP and upcoming tour on the way, Look at Fiona took time out of their busy schedule to join us to talk all about it and much more. Here's the interview.
I'm Kennedy. I do like the rhythm guitar, and then I'm the female vocal.
Who volunteers as tribute?
I'm Gabby. I play bass.
I'm Jeremy. I play guitar and sing as well as.
I'm Charlie and I play drums.
Yeah.
Sweet. You guys have a well-rounded lineup. The new single is out. It's called Foreplay. And in the press release, you state that Foreplay is a song that fell into place little by little, and that often find that fate puts the right situation in front of us. So when the pieces all came together for this song for the first time, what was everyone's kind of initial reactions to this song?
I thought that it was really cool because Jeremy and I, the way that like the song kind of like happened was Jeremy and I kind of spent some time like writing it, and then like we worked like one-on-one with Gabby on it, and then we worked one-on-one with Charlie on it, and then the first time that we played it as a band was the day that we recorded it.
Mhm.
And so like the track that you hear, it's obviously we built a lot around it, but like what you hear, like that whole core of the song is from the first day we were able to play it together, which I just think is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
just
actually weren't
came together
even
fast.
Hmm.
Sorry.
we actually weren't even planning to have it on the record. It was like weeks before we were even like we were supposed to be in the studio that Jeremy and Kennedy started writing it. And our producer Allison told me about it originally and was like, "Oh, you're gonna love this one." And she was right. And I don't know, it was just it's so interesting how songs like just when songs happen like in a night or just you weren't expecting them to happen and they
Mhm.
suddenly become like the face of this record and stuff like that, you know?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it kind of takes you by surprise.
Mhm.
yeah, I also it was like um I think it's a lot. This might surprise like some people. I think it's a lot harder to write like 2 minute and 30-second song than it is like a 4.5 minute song.
Yeah.
And I think Foreplay was like it's a unique song for us because it's it's a short song, it's a small song, and I feel like it was a really I don't know, like it was a challenge to write something as, simple. It's also very simple, and that's super reliant on like texture and like emotions and tracking it was also really cool. Like
Mhm.
we did a bunch of like cool parallel processing stuff with like you
Yeah, was that the one that I did the crazy like three-way split?
yeah, we like have a bunch of that like and then like we recorded like when it like blows up about halfway through the song we recorded like note by note on the guitar, which is a really like fun way to get your guitars to just sound huge.
Yeah, you mentioned the length aspect, and I do think writing a 2.5 minute song, you have to kind of show some restraint. You have to really lock in and just kind of nail it without overdoing it or letting parts drag on too long. And that was a really interesting thing that I didn't even think of compared to writing longer songs.
For me,
Um,
it was
yeah.
really intentional with us like ending this song like so abrupt, like because
Mm.
a lot of the times with our songs we really, especially when we go live, every like we kind of just like keep playing, we keep playing, we keep
Mhm.
playing, we keep playing. We kind of like draw out those endings.
Jam band style.
Not
Yeah. Not
not
that bad. Not that
stupid.
Oh, that's a bad
bad.
word for Kennedy. Yeah.
No, no. But like I think like I remember making like a very clear point of being like, and this is the end of the song and no more. Hands off the stove.
Just
I need
no
hands. I
playing
need
with it,
fucking
Yeah,
hands.
no
we would
extending that
call it,
ending.
yeah, we
Was
would
that
call
a
it
the
like our
bear
pop song.
reference?
Yeah.
I have been
Oh
meaning to start
God.
that show for like 2 years, and that reference is all that I
It's
know from that show.
it is fantastic. You should absolutely watch it. Season 2 is the best. It's the best arc of TV. That's not fully true, but I really, really, really like it. So
Okay.
Wow.
I got to get around to it. I've got like 4 or 5 shows on my to be watch list that I need to get around to. The song's name, though, it's suggestive, a little humorous, but it's very juxtaposed by the song's sort of tame and innocent lyrics. So, where did the song's name come from?
Um, I remember like when so the we wrote the song about it's about like a crush, like the feeling about of like having a crush and just like you're like in bed and grass like the blankets and you're like like and we were writing the lyrics and Kennedy said uh like we were talking about like that the emotion and that feeling that we wanted to capture, and then Kennedy said like foreplay, like it's like not it's like
I said like
before.
I said the best part of a crush, or I said
The
foreplay
best foreplay is it
is
was
having
something
a
like that.
crush.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
having a crush is the best kind of foreplay.
And then I was like, that's it.
Holy shit.
that's it. You guys got it. Was there just any thought into having it be the number 4 instead of four, like in foreplay?
So that was actually a thought out choice.
Okay.
We were kind of worried because since this is our single off the record and we wanted to push it a bit harder,
Hmm.
we were worried about having just like a sexual act as the
Yeah.
title. And we were scared that that would kind of affect like, radio and playlists and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
we were like, what if we gaslight and have the plausible deniability of it being called for play, something's
Yeah. Just
for play instead of just, if you have the actual word, there's really no
Dancing
like,
around it.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, the plausible deniability is
Yeah.
definitely going to
Plus
help,
it's cute.
especially when algorithms are just kind of like
Mhm.
kind of shitty, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They'll
I
just
like it.
yeah.
I like it because it feels like Prince used to do that back in the day. He'd use like
Yeah.
2 and 4 and all
Hmm.
the song titles.
Charlie loves Prince.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah.
you can't see it. There's like a giant like Prince like art piece.
Did you perchance watch the finale of Stranger Things and see the 2 Prince songs in
I
there?
did. I'm not like super invested in it, but my girlfriend is. So I was like
Okay.
in the other room and I was like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
So I had to
They're
like
playing
walk
Purple
over.
Rain. They're
Believe
playing
this.
Purple
Yeah.
Rain.
I need to get more into Prince. I know 1999 and Purple Rain and Around the World in a Day, but I'm
Oh, dude,
not
there's
too
some
familiar on his deep cuts.
there's some deep cuts. He's one of those guys where it's like a lot of it is so good, and then some of it is so bad.
Yeah. Well,
And
okay,
there's
my
like kind
favorite
of there's no mediocre anything.
yeah, my favorite band of all time is Metallica. So you've got Master of Puppets
Oh
and Saint
yes.
Anger in the same discography. So I'm
Hey,
pretty familiar with that.
I've revisited Saint Anger. It's not that bad.
It's
It's kind of cool.
no, it's not. It's not that bad compared to some other albums out there. But in terms of Metallica's discography, I listened to
Totally.
a fan remix that fixed the snare, makes it 10 times more bearable.
I gotta
So
find that.
the new release, it's the start of a new cycle. I mean, literally in the sense that like it's a new year, it's 2026. But this is the first song off of that sophomore EP. What can fans expect with this new batch of songs that's going to be coming out?
Whiplash.
Whiplash?
There's a lot of emotions that are on this new EP. I think like it really is kind of like a new era for us as like
Hmm.
this is our first EP with everybody being a part of the project like the entire time.
Okay.
Um and then like the yeah, there's just a lot of different sounds on there.
Yeah.
And like I think like prepare yourself to feel a lot of things and let yourself feel what you need to feel while you listen to them.
Hmm.
That's my stance on it.
So I didn't know that this is going to be the first EP where like everybody is a part of it the whole time. What was the process like on the other ones? Were people like joining in the band halfway through, or what was that like compared to this?
Uh, good chunk of the songs were just Jeremy and I, and then our producer Allison, and then around the time when we decided to like make those, we kind of with our first EP, we kind of made a few songs, and then we were like, oh, let's turn this into an EP.
Hmm.
Whereas this one has been, this is an EP, let's
Okay.
like work on it as if that's like the case. But for our first EP, I thought that it was really sweet because our self-titled song is the only song on that project that has everybody on it, which I think is sweet because it's kind of like signaling into like a new era, and then like
Yeah.
everything from our self-title on has everybody contributing.
Speaking of like the self-titled song, I didn't have this in my questions, but it just came up to ask, where did the name Look at Fiona come from?
Hmm. That's a um
I'll try and find the picture if you
yeah.
guys
Yeah,
start the story.
Okay,
Um
there's a picture, there's lore
Mhm.
behind the story.
there's a picture and a story.
Lore.
Okay.
yeah.
Everything
Believe
is
it or
so
not,
intentional.
it has to do with a cat.
Believe
The
it or
cat all
not.
comes back.
Really?
Yes.
For
Mhm.
everybody watching, we spent like 5 minutes before we actually started this just talking about cats. So
Oh
there's
yeah, I forget they didn't
context.
hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't hear all that stuff.
Uh
Jeremy, do you want to tell it or do you want
no,
me
you can tell it because I'll like add commentary.
to? Okay. Um, Jeremy and I, we were kind of bouncing between what we wanted the project to be called, and we had like a shared notes because at that point it was just me and them. And
Hmm.
so we like had like a shared notes tab that we would just kind of like spitball random things in. And then there was one day I was over at my friend's house, and I think Jeremy was having like a sad, like a down day, and so I was like, "Oh my God, there's a little kid, the cat at my friend's house. Her name is Fiona, and there's this really darling picture of her crawling on a guitar case, and I sent a picture of it to Jeremy, and I said, "Look at Fiona."
Aww.
And then Jeremy took that text message and then put it in our notes tab, and then the next day I was in class and I opened it and I was like, "Yes."
That was it. That was the name. Look at Fiona, and having lore behind it and a picture behind it
Hmm.
makes it 10 times more memorable. That's a pretty
My
picture.
my grandpa loves it because it's a complete sentence. He
Yeah.
will not. He continues
Situation.
like daily. He texts me like random things about Look at Fiona. He was watching a movie, and one of the actresses' names was Fiona, and
Hmm.
so he went, Kennedy, I have recently spent the last hour and a half quite literally looking at Fiona.
Don't show him the Shrek movies for the love of
He's
God.
gonna freak.
Oh my God.
Somehow we've dodged those references so far. We haven't
Yes.
really gotten a whole lot of
Yeah.
Shrek things yet.
I feel like Fiona has kind of it's a beautiful name that's kind of become just like the Shrek name,
I
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
glad you
gonna
guys,
become the Look at Fiona name.
yeah,
I
because
feel like
we're like 20 years removed from Shrek at this point. So
oh my
I
God.
know.
We were just talking about that actually. Like yeah, I feel like Fiona is one of the main things when I was thinking about that song. Like Fiona just sounds like a mermaid
mhm.
name, and
It's very
the
majestic
song,
sounding.
yeah, and like the song "Look at Fiona" uh to me is very much like an ocean song, and there are like beeps and things like that that happen, and I imagine it's like a lighthouse turning around and then you see the shine of light, and it just feels like a very like mermaid song. And I remember when Kennedy sent the thing that said "Look at Fiona," we had been playing around with that chord progression for a bit. And like the first thing I heard when I read those those like that line was the melody of that song, that "Look
Mhm.
at Fiona." And I remember I thought to myself, man, like, you know, that'd be a sick band name, but if not, like we should call it like that's gotta be the name of that song. And
Yeah. What a good story. Like I wasn't expecting there to be that much lore behind the name. Took us on a little side quest.
yeah.
In addition to the EP, you guys are going on tour. You said it was your first tour to be exact. So
Yep.
fans in the western half of the country specifically will get to experience you guys in person, many for the first time, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
So each ticket's going to be someone going out of their way to experience Look at Fiona. What will that experience look like?
Who wanna go? Who wanna start?
Ooh.
I
Well,
don't.
it's really crazy just to think that there's people, that we've never met before in other states going out of their way to experience these things that we've spent so much time on. That is just really awesome and incredible and a great privilege, you
Mhm.
know? Our live performances are, ooh, we all love pedals. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, that's
Jeremy
where
and
the
I
shoegaze
specifically,
element comes from.
yeah, we've been, oh, we are turning knobs on that stage.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. We, geez, I'm trying to think. I think a lot of our older stuff definitely has a new color now. We were talking about that earlier today, actually, where, since it was recorded with a drum machine and
Hmm.
pre-Charlie and I, it's definitely that is um it's a different experience than what we have on the record,
Yeah.
And we like to have that, still the same Fiona qualities that we have, on streaming or our CDs or whatever. But we also want to be able to give our audience like a new experience when we play and have it be special every single time because it is for us.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think another thing, especially with our live performance, is like to this point, we open and we close our shows with we open with the same song every time and we've closed with the same song
Hmm.
every time. And I kind of I think our live performance, no matter like where we go or what we sound like throughout a performance, like it really does have this like special quality to it because like I don't know, all of our music is so filled with like emotion and like I can't express the amount of time all of these people invest into like making this what it is. It like and so it's like even when we like have bad shows, like our I feel like our crowd is still kind of left touched after like experiencing like what we do.
Hmm.
Like we close with it'll be on our sophomore EP, but we close with a song called Robert's Body every single time, and I love Robert's Body. It's a 7 minute long song. Love Robert's Body.
Yeah.
Um
7 minutes. Okay.
Mhm.
um and it's like a I don't know. I think like it'll be really powerful to kind of see who from all these different places connect with what we're doing because it's like we've
Yeah.
never Charlie has recently went on a tour with his other project and so like it's kind of nice to have somebody who like kind of knows what's gonna happen like
Hmm.
along the road. You have a
We'll
better idea
see.
than the rest of
All
us.
You had
right.
a face of like, I don't know.
It's different every time, but yeah.
Fortunately, I do think
There's
that we're
through
with
lines,
the
yeah.
we have the best group of people to tour with because at least for me, because I don't really know a lot about like the gear and the
Hmm.
tech and like all that stuff. But like all these people and our manager Theo, like, oh my God, they're the best group of people to like do this with, in my opinion.
They're experts. I wanna mention one thing you said in specific about how like even with a bad show, people might leave touched. And I think that's gotta be because you guys are playing live, you know? Like you can manufacture a show and get it to be like the exact same experience every time. But when there's little faults or like a lyric slip up or somebody played the wrong chord, it feels a little more personal in a way.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because that you're not gonna recreate that exact same moment the next night, you know?
Yeah, our
And
live show is never gonna look the same for like
Yeah.
every night's gonna be different, but it's just like the the feeling is just like so there.
Yeah.
And like to add to that point, we put a lot of thought into the kind of cerebral and mysterious nature that our music exists within, whether it's like the album art, the stylistic uh choices like within building a world for Fiona.
Hmm.
um, and so we have that because that's all very like methodical because it comes from a place of, I think the songs come from a place of mystery and like have this aura. And we have a lot of time to work on those, to produce, to write. but in a live setting, you don't have that time. So it's a place where we can let the kind of uh, cerebral mystique of our sounds mesh with us as people because we're
Hmm.
quite like silly
Are all
and
very silly.
like and on stage it's like we have this kind of brand off the stage, but when we're on it, we're just
We're just
I don't know,
people.
Yeah.
silly
Yeah.
people.
I think like sometimes I feel like actually about like 10% of our set is probably like Kennedy stand-up time.
Yeah.
Stand up?
I
Oh yeah.
I just talk.
Yeah.
Just love to talk.
So do I.
We
No,
have
I can yap all day.
we have too many alternate tunings.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So you guys are just switching tunings while she's doing a little stand-up set?
Well, it's me. It's actually unfortunately me. I'm the one who's like switching. I have to switch a guitar and then I tune and like for
And
like
you're
it's like
doing that while doing stand-up?
I'm just yapping.
Just yapping?
I'm just yapping. I'm
But
just
we have a solution. I just loaded a bunch of ambient samples on this looper
Oh
pad.
Hey.
So now we'll have
Um,
yoga music in between tunings.
everybody's gonna have to do yoga.
Denver's prime
True.
new age
start playing
band.
like elevator music or just
Oh, that's
the
good.
most random shit you guys can think of. When you guys mentioned like vibes and aesthetics and sort of a mystique and mystery. When you guys reached out, I was drawn to that like Frutiger Arrow, Windows XP, Windows 7 aesthetic. I'm sure we're all children of the early to mid 2000s here.
Yes.
I actually use the Windows XP Hills background on one of my computers still.
Nice.
Is it's like harkening back to simpler times for us, I guess, like our childhoods. Is that like where the aesthetic comes from? Just like a feeling of
Oh yeah.
comfort, nostalgia, a little bit of mystique.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're trying to I'm trying to remember when it specifically came up. I don't remember if the EPK was the first time that we went for that aesthetic or not,
Mhm.
but a big part of our music and our brand is that those feelings of nostalgia and that slightly liminal sort of
Yeah,
connection.
Backrooms-esque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's, just a little bit unsettling, but still
Hmm.
very like comforting. That makes me think of the first EP actually, the cover. Do you want to talk about like what that couch, like what
Oh
it
yeah.
yeah.
So our first EP cover, it's there's a so the backdrop is a picture that Jeremy took of Oregon. And then there's like a sheep on it,
Hmm.
and then those sheep and like this couch is actually from actually it's I'm really excited on our tour. All of everybody will get to see it. It's this little ch like a mini couch and like stuffed animal that my great grandmother had.
Hmm.
And like there's a family house that like a lot of my family we just kind of like bob and weave between, I guess. And like Jeremy and I were there one time and Jeremy took the picture of those like sheep and that little couch, and so that's what that is. So it's like very like it's a very nostalgic picture for me,
Yeah.
and like that like it's like literally probably about like yay big, the couch, and like this like it's like a yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like it's like generations of, I guess, family history for you in
Yeah.
one picture.
And then the other thing I would say with like the early 2000s like thing
Hmm.
is that like I think like one of the things that like we've all kind of communicated with each other is that like I think our project is it's like good for the soul because it's like we're like making like Jeremy, I the way that you say it's like we make the music that we wish we would have had growing up kind of thing.
Hmm.
And so like kind of like being in touch with that like inner child and like what we're all looking for
Yeah,
is just
kind of
kind
like
of
a
important.
childlike curiosity and sense of wonder and adventure.
Kinda, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I think with that childlike wonder, there's a sort of uh like peace that you have that you don't necessarily have as an adult, because as an adult, you got taxes, you got, everything needs an
Taxes.
Everything
explanation.
that sucks the fun out of life.
Yes.
Yeah, and like everything like needs to be explained. But I feel like there's a certain like awareness, like when you're young, of like being okay with things, with not being able to understand things. And I think a lot of the music comes from a spiritual place that doesn't necessarily need to be understood,
Mhm.
and it kind of like harkens back to that childlike sense of wonder and accepting that we don't need to understand it. And there's this lyric on the last song on our EP new on this our new EP. Or that's
Whoa, you guys already have CDs?
Yeah,
Handmade.
hell yeah.
Oh,
Handmade? Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm
but
very
I've been
excited to
burning
hear
these
it.
bitches. I've been burning these.
Oh God.
But
We have, yeah,
yeah,
an
but
impressive amount now.
yeah, but like there's
So
this
I'm not
lyric.
the only person left with a CD burner, and
Oh, love
Oh
it.
no.
Yeah.
We have all
so
of them.
the one lyric in specific you're talking about?
Oh, it's just I understand that I don't understand, and it's kind of repeated in this mantra like way, and I feel like that can be applied to so much of what brings us to music and create the music we like and connect to, and hopefully brings others to it as well.
Yeah. And that's the fun thing about music is it connects to it's like a universal language, you know?
Mhm.
It connects to everybody, even if, someone might speak Korean or any other language in the world, it can still sort of like cross those boundaries that we can't with our own words, you know?
Mhm.
One more question before we wrap things up, and it's more of a personal question. Are you guys going to tour any east of Colorado this year? Because I might want to see you guys sometime soon.
We really want to. We want to
Yeah.
we want to hit the other direction,
Okay.
maybe over the summer, if not, you know, within the upcoming year.
Nothing formally locked in yet, but like
Okay.
we would love to.
Yeah.
Well,
I would love to go there.
Charlie and I have both experienced Kirby's in person. I think it's only fair that the rest of you experience
Yeah,
the
I
good
feel like
and the
we're
bad.
missing
This
out.
band can't go to Wichita. There was a whole thing.
What?
Oh,
No?
Oh, you're giving me shit. God, I'm so gullible.
Yeah, we're banned.
Banned?
Yeah.
We're banned from the city
All
of
right.
Wichita.
All right.
all of
Guess I'll pack it up and get out of here.
Yeah.
everybody except
No,
for
we
Charlie.
should.
Charlie, you should do the whole show by yourself.
Yeah.
Beatbox.
You can
Yeah.
beatbox.
That's good.
It's really unique because we actually don't like do drums. Like Charlie just beatboxes.
Yeah, that's the whole time.
Yeah.
Like pentatonics.
Yeah.
Yeah, pentatonics.
One man
That's actually our number
pentatonics.
one. Our number one inspirations are pentatonics and
Kids Bop.
AJR.
Yeah,
AJR.
AJR.
yeah,
Only
It's like
picking
we're kind
from
of
the
like-
best.
pentatonics with that like modern sheen of HAR and a little bit
We're definitely a cross
guitar.
between pentatonics and AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that to say, we'd love to go east, and especially like the Midwest. We're like very fascinated with the wide open American West.
The ocean,
Okay.
as Jeremy says, the ocean of the east.
Yeah.
Of
The
Colorado.
ocean of
The
the
ocean
east.
of the east. That's good.
And like
yeah.
the grain elevators are lighthouses.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
heard him.
Yeah.
You
I
heard him.
heard him.
You heard
Okay.
it here first.
Okay, the grain elevators are lighthouses. This is the kind of like mystique and etherealness that I was expecting. You guys really locked it in.
Actually, it just
have-
happens like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not manufactured, I promise.
No, these are like the best interviews that I do where we're basically just yapping at this point. Like if anyone's still listening, I love you.
They should be.
They should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening, wait. If you're listening, wait. If you're listening, say hi.
In the
Whoa, look
comments.
at what I'm doing to my fingers.
Whoa.
What is that?
It's like
Whoa.
you're Whoa.
It's like a little
Whoa.
filter.
That's
This
cool.
is devolved.
This has devolved into utter chaos.
I'm actually a ghost. We don't really
Really?
mention that in interviews.
Oh, so you
it's
guys
kind
are
of
just
personal.
like ghosts on the stage?
Yeah.
Remember that like Michael Jackson hologram they did like a decade ago? Is that what you guys are?
Yes.
If you throw
Actually,
tomatoes, they'll go
like,
right through
I'm
us.
Well,
AI.
Yeah, the tomatoes
Yeah.
just go right through.
Another thing I'll add is like all of our lyrics, everything is
Oh my
is
God.
ChatGPT.
Get out. Get
Yeah.
out.
And we use like that new AI plugin to make all our sounds.
Yeah, you guys use Grok.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is it called? Is that really what it's
It's
called?
like
That's
Twitter
stupid.
one.
Have you not heard
Twitter's
of
AI.
Grok?
No,
Oh no.
nobody's told
We
me.
gotta have a
Missing-
conversation.
You're
I
missing out on like the
yeah.
worst of humanity in 2026.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't
I'm
had
okay with
Twitter in
that.
like 7 years.
You're not missing out.
Keep it that way.
To wrap things up, where can fans find you guys on social media? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Except Twitter,
Look
I
at
guess, right?
Fiona.
Everywhere except Twitter.
Not Twitter.
Yeah.
Look at
Or X,
Fiona.mp3 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Look.at.fiona on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I suppose now we have a YouTube. We just
We do
posted
have
a
a-
lyric video.
We
I
do.
think
We've had a YouTube. It's just very sad and dead, but it's up again.
does
Spotify
exist.
and Instagram for sure will be linked down below for
Mhm.
anybody in specific who wants to tune in. And
We
then
also have a website.
Whoa, we
website.
have a really
Yes.
cool website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys like the Windows 7 aesthetic, go check out the website. And the last question, the one that I end every interview with, is what are your guys' 3 favorite songs at the moment?
Oh fuck.
Oh,
I gotta. Yeah,
I
you gotta
can,
do
Oh,
I can
no,
go
you
first
just
while
rocked
everybody's
everyone's
thinking.
shit.
Okay.
I can go first while everybody's thinking.
Ask
Yeah, go ahead, Charlie.
Circles of Hell, Greet Death, Desire
Oh.
Machine, Spirit Blue, Wichita Lineman. There we go.
Wichita Lineman.
It's
Glenn
really
Campbell?
fun.
Yep. Love
Is that who
it.
that is? Yeah.
Yep.
I love Glenn Campbell.
Oh,
Me too.
This is really silly because I'm in a huge hyper pop phase right now, low key.
Good.
Oh no. Somebody else has gotta
oh
go.
my god.
I gotta dig. You said
I
3?
tried to buy you
3.
guys time, yeah.
You guys have all the time in the world.
I will go.
Okay.
I really like this song called Belly Laugh by Alora. Great song. I also really love Oil Show by Radiation City. Love that one. And then I also love this song called I Didn't Know by Skin Shape. Those are
Sweet.
probably, just in
Banger.
general, probably my top 3.
That's why I love asking this question because I don't know any of those and it gives me a lot of stuff to listen to.
You're welcome. Happy to contribute.
Wait, I'm actually, unironically, a big one for me is our producer's band, Circle
Yeah.
Oh,
Stolen
yeah.
Away,
Damn.
Stolen Away, Looking Glass by Circling Girl.
Great song.
Oh my
Doesn't get better
God.
than that.
Oh
It's
my
a
God.
great song.
You said Looking
then
Glass by Circling
Looking
Girl?
Glass by Circling
Mhm.
Girl.
Okay.
Check that shit out. I'm not even exaggerating because they're my friends. It's probably one of
It's-
my favorite songs of all time. And then I'm so into underscores. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I am obsessed with her. Anything off of Wall Socket, probably maybe 77 Dog Years. And then Wind Up by Pity Sex.
Okay. Jeremy, you're the only one left. Saved the best for last.
I'd say there's this song called Crow's Ash Tree by Mess-esque. That is carries a very indescribable feeling. I've also been really into this song called Two Rabbits, One Hat by Michelle Bry. And also Circling Girl has this other song called Blue Collar that's just so
Great song.
fucking good. It's so well mixed and just beautiful song. We love Circling Girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out all of this shit.
Yeah. Also, If You Were Here by Alice Phoebe Lou.
Oh,
Okay.
Banger.
Because I don't pay for Zoom, it limits me to 40 minutes, which means we're out of time. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to Look at Fiona for joining me. Everything's going to be in the description, and we'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.